Hello, my name is Clifton Williams. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to my section as the keynote speaker. I want to thank Michael Bradley for recommending me, my first point connections. Thank you, bro, for calling me and asking me to be a part of this and to give back to the Boston community. I'm from DC originally, and I'm a piano player. I play for Babyface. I play for Lettucey. I play for Nick West. I've toured with all over the world with Nick West. Who else? I've been touring. I wanted to tour, so I thank God I've been able to do that. Grew up in DC. Went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts. It was the only, art school in DC. Graduated valedictorian, just knew I wanted to be the best at the young age. I just want to be the best that I can be. Graduated valedictorian there, and then went right to Berkeley, got a full ride to Berkeley, and then from Berkeley moved to California. I met my wife at Berkeley. We moved to California, got married, and now fast forward, been in the industry or whatever. I'm just basically a freelance musician. I'm self-employed. This is the life I'm just this. So if you haven't noticed, it's just real talk with Cliff. I'm actually going to tell you what I wanted to know, I guess, because I'm currently 27, 28 now. I just had my first child a year ago. She's about 2 years ago. She's about to turn 2 in July, and been married for 5 years. So throw all of that into life, because you're thinking. Put myself in your shoes. If I'm in high school, I'm thinking, like, what am I about to do? What did I want to do? College was always an option because people say you should go to college. So let's look into that. College, cool. And I got a full ride. So I was like, cool, I'm going to go to college. Other routes, I was like, I know I wanted, what do I want to be in life? What do I want to do? I know I want to be a tour musician. I know I want to travel. I know I want to play with, such artists. And I know I want to produce. I know I want to do these things. I just want to be in the industry. So let me figure out, let me always keep that in mind. So first I want to say congratulations on graduating. You made it. You did it. Keep doing it. I think when I look back, I went to high school and it was so hard. It was just a lot. It wasn't hard. It was just a lot, and so you want to decompress automatically, especially then I was like, but no, I got to go to college. That's the route I chose. And so it's like, cool, let me, keep going. But definitely after college, it's like, I need to decompress. And even now I'm seeing the motivation and the determination is a ongoing journey. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. So you gotta be determined at a young age. Like, you guys are already, at an arts preparatory school. So you know that, you have to set a bar. You have to set a level of expectation, and it always has to move. I think that's what I wanted people to tell me when or someone to just explain to me, your level of expectation, your determination factor should be always evolving. People think oh, I want to be successful in life and I want to make it. And there's this idea in our minds that we'll just get there and that this is making it. And that's not realistic. You can't hold on to that. What you can hold on to is what can I do daily? What is my passion? What is driving me to get to the next thing, working my way up? If you choose the college route, and I keep saying if you choose the college route because obviously musicians don't have to choose college routes. People here in LA where I live now are extremely successful. They go to college. Some do, some don't, because the reality is it's music. It can matter and it cannot matter. It just really comes down to you, what matters to you. And to me personally, being determined to strive for greatness, I grew up in Southeast DC. All I knew was the hood. Southeast, I'm going there in August, to get me some shrimp fried rice and chicken wings and mumbo sauce. So like, that's all I knew. So I was like, cool, I know this, but what else is there? I just got a feeling there's something else out there. Like, you know, you look on the TV, you see this stuff, like people are doing it. Instagram, you go on Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. People are doing it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So that's self-determination. Just always know that don't take no for an answer. Your mentality has to be strong. Like that's tied into, that goes into like self-healing, like just making sure you're okay with yourself and your body. Like I've been on a weight loss journey. I've lost like 60 pounds like in the last 2 years, just really focusing on what do I want in life. Like if I want success, if I want to be playing on these stages and doing these things, what does that look like? What do people want to see? Like you got to get smart. Like you have to, and that's when self-education is my second tool. So first one was self-determination. Second, self-education. You gotta be smart. Like if you don't want to go to school, that's cool because school is expensive. So I would, and I tell people this day, I love Berkeley to death. But if I didn't get a full ride to Berkeley, a presidential scholarship, which is above the full ride, that means they pay for the tuition and the housing. Okay, so you know that college is a whole. Do your homework. Do your homework. So you know what you're getting into, or you can not go that route and you can just choose to jump right into the industry and gig your way all the way up, because I've seen people do it and it's a part of the process as well. It's all a process because at the end of the day, I think the goal of life is to be happy. And so you got to figure out your personal process in order to achieve happiness. The industry is so big and small at the same time. At a young age, it's like I won't limit myself. Like I think my first opportunity to travel overseas was in high school. I think I was gone at least 2 weeks, and I went to perform for the ambassador to the U.S. ambassador to Vienna, the U.S. ambassador to UNESCO, which is in Paris, France. So that was my first time leaving DC. I went to Boston. I was on From the Top. I did that. I always was like competitive. So. And it worked out. Like you have to be competitive. You have to be, this is the type of industry we're in. You have to figure out your lane, like be competitive with yourself, like want better every time. And every day is a new day to want better for yourself. Like that's what I think the biggest thing I wanted someone to tell me when I left college is that, whatever it is you want to do, just make sure that you're bettering yourself so that you can provide the luxuries that you want. I want to make a living doing music. So how am I going to do that? What avenues am I going to take? How creative can I get? Because the times are now changing and everything is different. Everything's extremely digital. I'm sure you've seen all of these lives. Shout out to Babyface, my boss, who's killed it. And shout out to others. God bless them. The music industry is such a quick, it flips pages so fast. Like you really have to try to look a couple of pages ahead and then guess what page they're on, because everything's changing so much, because we are so connected to everything else in the world. Like politics is connected to music. Just everything, so you have to be careful, and that's why I said so many pockets you can get into. Recording live, you need to use iRig, blah. I hope everyone knows that now. Free game. iRig or the Lightning to USB adapter. Get one of those. You're gonna need it for your sound. Touring live, I was relying, as I want to do this for a living. I was relying on touring as a good financial stability, and it's been good. I've got an email today, August, something in August is canceled. I had nice gigs lined up. We were going to Cancun, we was going to Trinidad. I want, anyway. I digress. You have to prepare for that ahead. You have to think ahead, and you have to say, okay, in order for me to make this a living, I need to sustain whatever it is. If it's recording, if it's touring, if it's producing, I need to get with the people who know what they're doing. I need to reach out to the industry level people and connect with them and just share my story and share with them, because the reality is the industry is filled with so many beautiful people who just like you and me who want to be successful, you know. So you just gotta find those people who really inspire you and reach out to them and establish a sincere connection with them, because this time you could tell, like right now, and like our world is in such a turmoil that it's really important that people reach out and just check on people and understand who you are. What do you mean to this other person? And that goes beyond music, and that just goes beyond, you know, that's just life. Maybe last year, 2 years ago, and I still keep in contact with William Lindsay. I reached out to him because I look up to him. He's doing what I want to do, duh. So let me reach out to him, and he invited me over to his house. He talked with me. He showed me old Whitney Houston tapes of him playing for her back in the day, and amongst the other people he's played for, you know, like he took me in, like, and there are people out here who do that. So don't feel like you can't find connections, like create them, like literally reach out and do different things and keep in contact and do whatever you have to do to get to the next level, because that is motivation in a nutshell. I guess don't take no for an answer. Like I've especially been a producer in LA, like no is the answer. But you know, like no, like someone is making the money, someone is creating the product. So you need to just keep inching closer and closer to who it is that's doing it and how are they doing it and what can I do to do it. Like you have to always make those moves. That is the motivation that you need. So that you can keep going and you can further whatever dreams that you're trying to do. My last thing, I guess, is just self-appreciation. I wish leaving high school, going into Berkeley, and then and also going into the gig world at Berkeley, because that was really fun. I gigged all over. I did wedding bands. So if you're just some tips, I'm about to end. Some tips if you want to be a touring musician, if you want to be self-employed, you know, you have to have all of these outlets. Like I'm a keyboard player, so I play for weddings. That's an outlet. I play for church services. That's an outlet. I tour with different as a keyboardist with different people, and then I create different outlets within that outlet. I wish somebody would have just told me to appreciate and respect the timing that it takes to get to where you want to be in life. It's just, you're just slowly building. So you know, choose wisely what you want to do, make smart decisions, think smart, and look outside of the box. Whatever box you're in right now, like I think from being out of high school, going to college, and now being in LA in the industry for 5 years, I think all of those were different boxes, you know? And so every box I was like, I got to think outside of it in order to get to the next one. Like if I want more money, I have to think outside of taking $100 gigs. Like that's just, and I know that was a huge dispute, blah, 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 blah. I take $100 gigs when I want to, because I can, but that is what I established. That's what I worked up to. So you got to work up to it. You got to build it, and you got to appreciate the process. Be true to yourself, and you have to create quality work, quality. That's why we went to school. That's why you go to college, because it teaches you how to create quality work, because quality work is the only answer. The stuff you hear on the radio is of quality work. You have to sound just like that, if not better, if you want to be a producer. The stuff you hear that people are playing and doing, and now it's about Instagram, it's about likes. You have to create that quality work that people are looking for. You got to know what they're looking for, and you have to give, in the words of my friend Teresa, give the people what they want, because that is the industry. So take your time, choose wisely the path you want to go. Take care of your body, drink plenty of water, whatever statistics that we have as this color, just, you know, slowly knock them off your list. Like I just bought life insurance. I bought like $700,000 life insurance for my wife and $300,000 for me, because Black people, for some reason, don't have life insurance. So I'm gonna make sure my family has life insurance and we're taken care of, just in the event, you know, something crazy happens. You never, like, Like, this is real life. Like, understand, right? I guess I can leave you with this and I'm done. Understand that this is real life. Like, you're about to go into the real world. Make sure you are financially set. However you get your finances, make sure you secure the bag and make sure that you set up your life the way you want it, and you just do it in a strategic way. Don't let anyone tell you that, oh, it's just this or it's just that. Go and see it for yourself, and you'll realize that, oh, so-and-so is doing this. Like, I literally sat next to Charlie Puth in Berkeley in classes, and he was already killing it back then. So I knew, like, these are the options. These are the opportunities that are out there. Like, no one's going to tell me otherwise. I'm going to keep going and I'm going to find them. So be encouraged, keep going, do it, want more, because more is out there.